You are listening to Michelle and the Missing Manatee, Book 8 in the Ituria Chronicles series. Written by J.B. Moonstar, narrated by R.J. Burns. Published by Horsemen Publishing, Incorporated. Copyright J.B. Moonstar, 2022. All rights reserved. Dedication. To my wonderful and talented artist/illustrator Jen Kotick. Her mermaid and manatee painting was the inspiration for this book.
Dear Reader, in my continuing chronicles of the interactions between Ituria's realm and the human world, I will relate the story of a young girl who is drawn into a world unknown as she battles a hurricane to save a young manatee. To what measures will she go, and who will she meet along the way? To rescue the manatee, she will have to trust others, something she has avoided for several years since her dad died. The walls of solitude that have been her fortress must now be broken down, as she will need help from others to complete the rescue. Can she overcome her fears and learn to trust again? Join Michelle on an exciting adventure where she and her friends work together to save the young manatee. Only courage will save the day, and along the way she learns that there is room in her heart to care for others again, no matter who they are. Sincerely, Knocker, First Guard to Ituria.
Chapter 1. The Storm Approaches. Looking out the front window, Michelle searched for the source of the siren she heard. It was different than the one she was used to hearing in the neighborhood. It's almost like a song. Emergency sirens were nothing new to her. Her mother was a paramedic at the local firehouse, so she knew that each type of rescue vehicle had different sirens depending on what action was required. Because of the approaching hurricane, all emergency personnel had been ordered to report to their posts, ready at a moment's notice to assist the residents. Yet this siren was different, and didn't sound like it was coming from the direction of town. It was coming from the river behind the house. Michelle ran to look out the back window, searching for a rescue boat on the water, but didn't see anything. Several branches were on the ground in the backyard, broken by the high winds of the hurricane, and the damage was only expected to get worse as the day progressed. The approaching hurricane was a Category 2, and would most likely knock several of the trees in the backyard down once the eye reached land. Looking out toward the dock, she saw the water level on the pilings of the dock had already risen about half a foot higher than normal. The storm surge was expected to be about 5 feet during high tide, bringing the rising river even with or even over the deck. Again, the siren rang out louder this time. Where is this coming from, and why? She needed to match the siren with the maker. After the accident several years ago when her dad was killed, Michelle constantly questioned anything out of the ordinary, needing to solve everything that didn't match what was normal. She knew her mind would not rest until the source of the siren was revealed. She had to find it, or she would not feel safe staying in the house alone. Several trees near the waterline blocked a full view of the river from the house. So as the siren went off once again, she went out the back door to hear it more clearly, this time focusing on its direction. Walking around the backyard, she tried to identify the location of the sound. It sounds like it's coming from the river, but I don't see any boats. Once the siren stopped, it was quiet. The last wave of wind and rain from the hurricane had passed, and another would hit soon. The local bugs, birds, and other wildlife in the area were, like most human inhabitants at this point, hunkering down for the eye of the storm, now only a few hours away. As she headed toward their small dock, she saw something splashing underneath. Taking a quick glance at the clouds, she figured she had half an hour until the next wave hit with its torrential rain and dangerous wind. She had time to find out what was under the dock if she hurried. Running onto the dock, she saw a large object being pushed.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?